Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh Secondary School. Subject General Science, Standard 6. Dear students, in last week you have solved the activity sheet sent by me. Now in this week we will continue with this. You know the earth spheres. There are three spheres, that is atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. You must have seen that figure and you have observed that picture and you have written the answers of the questions. Air, water and land are called Earth's atmosphere. That air means atmosphere, water means hydrosphere and land means lithosphere respectively. Now here in this picture, you can see the picture on the screen. In that picture you can see the atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Air, water and land are the factors important for sustaining the living world on the earth and for fulfilling their basic needs. They are called natural resources. So in this lesson we are going to learn natural resources. And which are the natural resources? These are air, water and land. Very good. Now I told you to learn the uses of gases which are present in the air. The first gas is nitrogen, which helps living things to build the necessary proteins. It is useful in the production of ammonia and in airtight packaging of foodstuffs. The second gas is oxygen. We all know how the oxygen is useful to us. Yes, correct. Necessary for respiration in living things and for combustion. Carbon dioxide. Plants use it. Plants are using the carbon dioxide for producing their food used in fire extinguishers. Argon. Argon is used in electric bulbs. The next is helium, used for obtaining low temperature and also for generating lift in airships. Neon. Neon is used in decorative lights and for street lighting. Then krypton. Krypton is used in fluorescent tubes. And the next last one is xenon, used in flash photography. You must have read and learn this. Now there is a small activity given to you. You are supposed to complete this activity in your book with the help of your parent. Here you can see in the picture what is there. Very good. The uses of water are given. Okay. So here in the table you can see that purpose for which the water is used, they are given, and now you have to find out that how much amount of water you have to find out, because we know that we measure the liquids in liters. So we have to find out the approximate water in liters, that how much water you required for the bath, how much water you are required for brushing teeth, washing clothes and utensils, mopping the floor, drinking and cooking. So dear students, for one day, how many total use of water in liters you are going to find out, and for that you are going to take your parents' help. After this activity, now here you can see on the screen there is a distribution of water on the earth is given. Okay, how much water is there in the seas and oceans, then how much water is available for drinking, and how much water is present in ground in the form of ice, and water in the form of others. So, based on that, you have to complete the table which is given, that is water available on earth and its percentage. So with the help of this diagram, you have to complete this table. Here again in front of the screen, you can see there is one picture in which uses of water on the earth it has been shown. So children, always remember, use water sparingly. Block water, let it percolate. Store water wherever possible. Reuse water wherever possible. Remember, stored water does not become stale at once. So don't be habitual of throwing the water, and we have to use it sparingly. Now here one activity has given. You can see, you can take one bottle. Take a transparent plastic bottle, a handful of soil, some stones, sand, some dry leaves and water. Actually you have to do this. Then cut off the upper tapering part of bottle. You can see in the picture. Put the rest of the material in the lower part of and add water. Stir the mixture thoroughly and put it aside. Observe it next day and you have to find out the answers for these questions. The first question, how does the mixture in the bottle look now? Do you see layers in it? And what is seen in the different layers from top to bottom? So everyone, you are going to do this activity at home. Now from this you will learn layers of land. You can see here in the picture, actually this kind of layers are present in the land. Now next is the process of soil formation. How soil forms? The soil on the land is formed by a natural process. It is a natural process. Soil always it forms in a naturally. It won't be, there is not a artificial process. The abiotic components of soil are supplied through the weathering of the bedrock. Due to the heat, sun's heat, cold and water of the sun, wind and rain respectively, the bedrock breaks down into pieces. Stones, sand and soil are formed from these pieces. Microbes, worms and insects are found among them. Rodents like mice and rats are also found here. The roots of trees growing on the land also help weathering of rocks. The process of soil formation is slow and continuous. It takes about 1,000 years for a 2.5 centimeter thick layer of mature soil to form. So see children, it is a very slow process. Now here in this picture, you can see the pictures in front of your screen. How soils form, then the formation of coal and the other crude oil and everything. You can see in this picture. Now, there is a institute which works to study the weather. So there is one institute you can see in the picture. It is a Indian Meteorological Department, Pune, IMD, which is short form of that. Indian Meteorological Department is IMD, was established in 1875 for studying the weather in the Indian subcontinent. The main function of this institute is to observe the weather and to make weather forecast. This institute also conducts research related to change in weather, makes forecast about rains and studies the developments related to global warming. You all know about global warming, what is meant by global warming and the effects. So children, from this lesson we have learned the elements available in nature which fulfill the basic needs of living things are called natural resources. Air, water and land are important natural resources. Soil has both biotic and abiotic constituents. There are many constituents of air such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, inert gases, water vapor and dust particles. All these are the constituents of air. These are the gases. The ozone layer, in last week activity sheet it has been given, the ozone layer is a protective shell of the earth. Natural resources should be used carefully and sparingly. So there is two activities are given which you are going to complete in your book. The first is you have to find a remedy for water scarcity. And the second one, in what ways is the water in seas and oceans useful even though it is a salty? So you have to find out the remedies for this. You have to complete this activity, and after that you all have the PDF of science book soft copy. So you are going to complete the exercise which is given on page number 8. Okay. So, children, science is a beautiful gift to humanity. We should not distort it. Okay? Thank you.